Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and today we have a game between Neeb and Scarlett here on Acolyte, the latter edition. In the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Scarlett. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Neeb. So two huge fan favorites on the channel today in a ZVP on Acolyte. A really fun map. Just beautiful glowing stuff everywhere. I love the glowing jellyfish. They're very distracting. I keep thinking they're units. When I'm watching like a small battle, I keep, what's that? Oh, right, it's the jellyfish. It's the jellyfish. So anyway, beautiful stuff. It's raining a little bit. Being from the desert, I live in Utah. It's a desert. It's a little dry. You guys don't get rain very often. When we do, I like it. So this kind of brings back some good memories too. Anyway, Neeb, very terrifying American Protoss player versus a Canadian Zerg player who goes by Scarlett. She also very good, very aggressive, incredible creep spread from her too. Should be an excellent display of my favorite matchup in all of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. And probably my favorite matchup back in Brood War 2 would be Zerg versus Protoss. Just is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of you guys like the ZVT, but Protoss and Zerg just, I don't know. It feels like a more ancient matchup, more ancient rivalry dating back billions of years. They've just been trying to kill each other for a long time. Perfectly adapted to that. So the 1-gate expand from Neeb, nothing too crazy there. Gateway, Cybernetics core coming up after the Nexus, and then second gas being taken right there too. Double gas. No, that's not a double gas, just kidding. It looked like double gas on the minimap for a second. 1 gas, spawning pool, and an expansion coming up for Scarlett. Not choosing the safe location just because she wants to get that creep spread started now. Right? Started now. Scarlett has actually been playing Protoss on her stream a little bit over the last few weeks or so. Maybe trying to get better insight into what it's like to be a Protoss player. Maybe learn some tips, maybe figure out an edge and how to beat the best Protoss players on Earth, because Neeb is definitely one of those dudes. Definitely one of those best players on Earth. BlizzCon is going to be nuts, you guys. It's gonna be crazy. Stats is gonna be there. Showtime gonna be there. Neeb gonna be there. I mean, there are a lot of great Protoss players. And will one of them take home the championship? I don't know. Bjorn's not in. Bjorn didn't qualify. Are you kidding? Are you kidding that Bjorn didn't qualify for BlizzCon? It's true. It's true, you guys. Third hatch coming up for Scarlett here. And we're just turning into a very macro style opening right about now. Did want to mention this is from WCS Montreal, the round of 8. And courtesy spawningtool.com. Good place to go if you're looking for replays. If you're looking for a pro level replay that I've cast and you don't know where to go to spawningtool.com. That is where it is. Search for the player names, Neeb, Scarlett, search for Acolyte, you'll find it. Pretty easy. This Oracle's name is Miss Ire. Just as Earth has misses for countries and a Miss Universe, the Protoss have competitions for their lovely ladies as well, such as Miss Antioch, Miss Braxis, Miss Shakuris, and of course, Miss Ire. Alright, so Miss Ire, winner of a beauty contest and Oracle pilot. Very exciting stuff. Adept at the front getting shoved away by Lings and Queens. I don't know if you want to finish that transfer. Nebo last second chooses not to and heads on home with the Adept. Overlord scouts in, does notice the Stargate. Oh, there's a second Stargate though. Is she gonna scout this? Oh, she does. Beautiful choice there. Bringing the Overlord Scout in about 3.5 minutes, sees the 2 Stargate opening and a Void Ray in production. Here comes Miss Ire, 2 Queens. That should be enough to shove it away. Yeah, Miss Ire getting shot in the face by 2 Queens here at the natural base. A Spore Crawler not quite done yet, but if you've got 2 Queens, you're okay. 2 Queens at the main too. And the third base doesn't have anything because there's nothing to protect there quite yet. Zergling checking to see, is there a third base for Neeb? There is not. No such thing. And another Oracle on the way for Neeb here too. So a double Oracle pairing is the plan of the day for our Protoss player Neeb. +1 melee attack on the way for Scarlett. And throwing down the Spore Crawler at the third base too. So see? Static defense, you guys, especially against Oracles. Is he mass Oracling this? He's got 1 Void Ray and he's double pumping Oracles right now. This is crazy stuff. Oh man, Scarlet supply block. Losing that Overlord was kind of a big deal. Obviously the Void Ray killed it, right? Yes, it did. Ling's running around saying, all right, there's a Void Ray coming in. There's an Oracle here too, but again, 2 Queens and a Spore. Stasis Ward. Pretty well dodged. I mean, sure, it caught all those larvae and caught a drone, but it could have been a lot worse. Pretty good reaction time from Scarlett there. Link's checking to see, is the 4th base safe to take? Because there's a 3rd on the way from Neeb, and you got to get that. All right, so, are 2 queens and a spore enough to handle a void ray and 2 oracles? I've never seen this before, but here goes nothing. Trying to take down. Nope, can't do it. I was going to say, trying to take down the spore crawler, but there are 3 queens now. Void ray forced to retreat with a total of 7 hit points. Oracle's finding maybe a better place to go over here at the 2nd, and yeah, there is actually. Wow, doing a lot of work, getting 3 drone kills there, 4 drone kills there. Queen count, kind of insane for Scarlett, though. Looking at 6 of them and still making yet another one. He's hazzing it, you guys. All right, Neeb. Mass Oracle play, triple stargating this thing. And the reaction from Scarlett has just been queens. Queens are good. Baneling Nest, too. What the Baneling Nest? And a Hydralisk Den and a Spire. Just now getting started here. Revelation tossed down in the main base. Queens running all over the place. There we go. Picking off one of them. Another one maybe going to go down. No. Is dodged fairly ably there. So Hydralisk Den going to help pretty immensely. Although we have seen, actually, at the hands of Scarlett, an Infestor Hydra composition killed by pretty much straight up Oracle that she was controlling. So I don't know if Hydralisks are the answer here. They don't have a lot of HP. Oracles have crazy amounts of DPS. And Neeb is not diverting from the Sky Toss strategy. He's getting 3 Void Rays to mix in here too. It is currently 6 Oracles and a Void Ray versus 7 Queens and a few Spore Crawlers. Yeah, this natural base in trouble. Blah, 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 blah. Queens getting in here, though. Spore Crawler assisting too. Couple Oracles die there. 8 drones died, but 2 Oracles removed from the program too. 66 to 64 Harvesters. Creep spread heading over this way. Yeah, all right. So Scarlett is getting a 4th base. I was worried that wasn't going to happen. +2 melee attack and muscular augments being researched by Scarlett right now. Creep tumors getting picked off. Queens, get away from my creep, say the queens. We have enough energy to throw down 6 of them, actually. 6 new creep tumors because you killed 1. How's that sound? Oracles, no, careful. Blah, losing 1. Again, flying over these queens is dangerous business. Real dangerous. So, Neeb, what's the transition, man? You gotta have a transition. Are you just seriously going Mass Void Ray against one of the best Zergs on Earth? I've never seen this work. I have not seen Mass Void Ray do anything above, like, the Platinum level. Honestly. I mean, maybe a cannon rush into voids, but even then, I think Scarlett would be fine with that. Mutalisks are out for Scarlett. Okay, so the Void Rays are probably for the Mutas. Although, I don't know, Mutalisks are real good against Void Rays, so who knows what that's all about. Fleet Beacon coming up inside the main base for Neeb. Probably going to transition into Carrier with these Stargates that he already has. Hydralisks starting to get pumped out by Scarlett right now. Muscular Augments is done for them, working on that +2 melee flyer attack level 1 for the Mutas, and just trying to hold map control with these Mutas for now. Trying to make sure that the Oracles can't fly in unimpeded into her base and start murdering stuff. Infestation Pit on the way too for the Zerg player. Makes a lot of sense to have that fungal growth available against these Sky Tossing units. Muta's trying to fly into this 3rd base, but no, there's a million Void Rays and a couple cannons here too, with sentries, which are surprisingly good against Mutalisks, and that Guardian Shield making them even better. Carrier production has begun for Neeb. 8-minute carrier, you guys. It's alright. That is okay. Neeb is terrifying. Absolutely scary. Got some stasis wards set up to protect this 4th base that Neeb's trying to get up here, as a 5th base being morphed in and built by Scarlett just down this cliff, just across this gap from the 3rd base. The 3rd safe location. Photon Overcharge chasing the Mutas away from this natural. The Mothership Core has this one on lockdown. So far not much Mutalisk harass, which I think is alright. I think it's okay for Scarlett. Doesn't need to kill much stuff. Needs to put the fear of the Mutalisks into Neeb's heart. That is the concept here. Alright, Hydra's moving out. Got ourselves 16, 17 of them. 17 Hydras trying to join this party. Get rid of these rocks. Allow herself an attack path into this 4th base location when it has been scouted. And the rocks are gone. Mothership on the way, which means no Photon Overcharge at this natural base, which the Mutas could take advantage of, but I don't think they know. I don't think they know the Mothership Core is out of commission at the moment. Burrow being researched. Pathogen Glands on the way too. Pathogen Glands finishing, and the Infestors popping at just the perfect time. The timing for Scarlett impeccable. Would not expect anything less from the Zerg player. So many carriers from Neeb triple pumping them. Already has 2, soon to have 5. And you're going to run out of available supply here eventually is the problem. The Void Rays are taking up a lot of that supply, is what it is. So just kind of hanging back. 6 base building for Scarlett in the top left-hand corner. So just holding on to pretty much the entire map right now is Scarlett. Her side of the map is completely covered by creep. As I said, the creep spread at 10 minutes is literally insane. It is. The Mutas have the honor of scouting out this Skytoss army and getting murdered for it. That's not good. Overseer trying to run. No! Creep tumors getting destroyed right up the middle. Remember how I said the creep spread was good? It's good, and that's keeping the Skytoss army away from the buildings, which is what Scarlett wants. Fungal toss down. Interestingly enough, Fungal on the Void Rays. One of them does get picked off, but no real engagement there. Scarlett doesn't like what she sees, decides to go home. And Neeb is similarly spooked. 6 more infestors with Neural Parasite coming in for the Zerg player. Going to try to go for that mind control stuff. 10, 11, 13 spore crawlers in production. Pretty much everywhere. There are going to be spores here for our Zerg player. Just to make sure if that Skytoss army shows up somewhere, we are ready with a lot of anti-air against these carriers and against these Void Rays and against this mothership. How many Overseers in the sky? 6. Okay, seems good. Seems real good. 5th base. Warping in for Neeb. Here on the left side of the map. Available places, there are still 3 bases that could be built upon that aren't covered by creep. And Scarlett's got access to pretty much 1 more. If we want to cut this base in half, there's 1 more place that she can go. But I'm not sure if that's going to be the plan for a while yet. You guys, these players are maxed out at 11 minutes with super duper scary giant armies. That's why they are pros and we are not. Hydralisks getting force fielded in and murdered. That was a pretty good pickup. Pretty much a free pickup of a bunch of Hydras. 11 of them have been killed so far. Oracles are pretty much here for Revelation. Not much else at this stage of the game. Stasis wards 2 just for defensive. Just in case there are Ling Rumbais that are attempted, they'll be stasised into little pieces. A lot of cannons coming up with the 5th base too, for the same reason. Ling Rumbais are a pretty big fear, pretty big threat if you're Neeb. Flying around on top of creep. I mean, Scarlett can see this. Sort of. Sort of kind of see it. Holding the Zelnaga watchtower here too. What? I mean, I guess units that kind of fly out can be seen. Revelation. Oh, gets pretty much all the infestors with Revelation. That is interesting. That is super crazy. Oh, and they're burrowed too. Does Neeb want to go in there and get rid of those? That would be almost an automatic win. If you can just pick off every one of those infestors, those are kind of the win condition here for Scarlett. 6th base under assault. There's the fungal. There's the neural parasite too. On top of the mothership. On top of carriers. Void Rays getting knurled. Everything getting knurled. Are they attacking each other? It's hard to tell. There's too much chaos right now. The neural parasites are good. Mothership is getting attacked by corruptors at the same time. Mothership's still under control. It's going to cloak the friendly units here, which is hilarious. That's incredible stuff. Still a bunch of Void Rays remaining, but a bunch of Queens join the party. Mothership is down. Neural Parasite on the Void Rays. They're murdering each other as they're forced to retreat from this location. Carrier gone. Void Rays forced to hold still and be murdered while under mind control, which is against the Geneva Convention, or whatever the equivalent is in this universe. And Scarlett wins that one. I'd say fairly handily. I mean, what did Neeb end up losing there? 6 carriers, 9 Void Rays, 4 Oracles, 4 Sentries, and a Mothership. Pretty much all in that one battle. That was ridiculous. Resources lost here, 10,400 for the Protoss compared to about 10,000 for Scarlett. So, I mean, yeah, Zerg player has to sacrifice stuff, but that sure seemed like Scarlett won that thing and can replace her army a little bit faster than Neeb can, too. That's kind of part of how this has worked, and save that 6th base. So, major victories all across the board here for the Zerg player. Stasis wards, changelings actually triggering those stasis wards. Pretty smart. I like that. 28 lings in production. Moving on in. The stasis is against infested Terrans. Holy infested Terrans, Batman! Tossing it down. Got some corruptors chasing after these units too. I think this base is just gone. The 4th base under direct assault from corruptors and infested Terrans. Cannons getting directly assaulted here, trying to kill as many units as they can, but there are so many infested Terrans. Corruptors actually moving right into the main base. I don't know if this is a good idea, but wow, look at him go after these corruptors, or after these carriers. +1/+1 done on these dudes. Picking off a couple, getting the new mothership core, another carrier going to die while the 4th base gonna fall to infested Terrans here too. The 5th base is scouted. Oracle's trying to assist with this. Zerglings have joined the party as well. Corruptor group is gone, but took a lot of carriers with them, and it's kind of the point here. 2 carriers remaining. 2 carriers remaining here for Neeb. Scarlett in a pretty strong position. Great stasis, though, catching these Zerglings as they were about to run and cause all sorts of havoc at the 3rd base of Neeb. Replacing his 4th base. He does keep his 5th base. Again, the cannons were huge in keeping that base, and his 7th on the way from Scarlett at the gold base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Zerglings could maybe burrow, keep themselves alive. There we go. They're running somewhere. I don't know where they can even go, actually. Oh, okay. Neeb's trying to go for a 6th base over here, but these Zerglings have no +3 attack on these dudes. Do they have adrenal glands? They do not have adrenal glands. Is it on the way? It is not on the way. So it's a major distraction, but the Oracles clean it up and do save the base, setting up for a big-time attack on Neeb's 5th. Over here on this left side, more infested Terran play with Corruptor, and they're going to caustic spray down this Nexus. I don't know what can save it. Meanwhile, Overseer's flying and contaminating all of the Stargates, contaminating that forge, stopping that +3 shield upgrade. What is happening right now? The 5th base is gone. Everything's contaminated. The Zerg is everywhere today. This is ridiculous out of Scarlett. More infestors joining the party. Corruptors in production. Overseers in production. Scarlett maxed out. Neeb's at 177 supply, though. He has a fairly big Skytoss army. Void Ray versus Corruptor. Generally, the Void Ray is going to do okay, but they're outnumbered here, which is not good for them. And the 6th base ends up falling to the Zerglings. Do they have adrenal glands yet? No. Again, still not on the way. Chitinous plating coming up. Ultralisks apparently part of the plan. I don't know why, because Void Rays and Carriers pretty good against Ultras, as it turns out. Got some Storm here too, does Neeb. So Neeb replanting his 5th base. His 4th base is back here too. He's got a replacement mothership, and despite all the damage done, all of the bases killed, 3 Nexuses killed by Scarlett. Neeb is still alive, you guys. Still alive. Still hanging out. Still being Neeb. I don't know how else to explain this. He's still being Neeb. Zergling's trying to run around and find stuff to kill. The Skytoss army generally is there. Void Rays. Again, a lot of voids from Neeb here. Couple carriers, but he's kind of given up on the carrier, it looks like. He's got 2. He's not making any more. Double pumping Void Rays seems to be his strategy right about now. Some long distance mining. The 5th base is back, though. 5th base is totally back. Another revelation. Again, the Ultras are going to be good against, I guess they don't really get too damaged by Storm. You can soak up a lot of that. Maybe go after the High Templar if everybody else is distracted. Vipers in production for Scarlett. APM for these guys is, what the heck? Scarlett was a 700 for a second there. Average 334. Neeb's at 284. Wow. Creep spread pushing up to this 4th base of Neeb. Back in Zergland. Just happily mining, pretty much. Hasn't lost a single base to this point. Scarlett, I don't know, kind of feel like she has this game in hand a little bit. Whoa, and simulation successful. Revelation. Thrown down on the Protoss units by assimilated oracles. That was not something I've seen before. Archon assimilated and murdered as a result. Gets stormed by his own friends. You've been mind controlled. I'm sorry. And then storms him to death. Neeb pushing in here, though. Pushing up. We've seen him be on this left side before. Trying to kill some stuff. Got that storm. Gonna be a big deal. Scarlett setting up outside, though. Revelation tossed down. Is there enough anti-air to make this thing happen? Trying to split. Coming from all different directions. Going after the ground units with the Ultralisks. First of all, Corruptors going after a Void Rays here. Corruptor trying to take down everything they can. Assimilation on the Void Rays. Killing each other. Killing Oracles. Oh, there's a yoink. A yoink on the mothership, too, and she is down, but there's still a lot of Void Rays remaining here. Not enough Corruptors to deal with them. Look at this damage output by the Void Rays. Ladies and gentlemen, are there enough infestors here with Neural Parasite? I don't think so. Coming in anyway. Trying to throw down some infested Terrans and save this thing. Ultralisk gets killed. Infested Terrans immediately dead there, too. They do not benefit from upgrades at this stage of the game. They are not as strong. Corruptors running for their lives. And Scarlett's hatchery, this 4th base is under direct assault. And that's it. A good game from Neeb. A bunch of new Corruptors showed up. And Neeb taps out. at 19 minutes and 46 seconds. That was a game. That's getting an epic tag, ladies and gentlemen. That was ridiculous. Ridiculous, ZVP. Scarlett getting the win against Neeb. What an impressive victory for her. 29,000 resources lost for Neeb. We'll call it 30 compared to 36,000 lost for Scarlett. A lot of dead things, you guys. A lot of dead things. 55 corruptors, 25 dead infestors. I didn't realize there were that many that were killed. That was mostly it. That was pretty much mostly it. 188 lings, only 19 drones, only 12 probes. Pretty much safe to be a worker on this particular game. 12 carriers died, 28 void rays died, 2 motherships, 3 nexuses, and no hatcheries. That's kind of a huge deal for Scarlett. Losing 0 bases against anybody, but especially against a Protoss, is going to be a good thing. A real good thing. So, I hope you enjoyed that epic ZVP from Montreal WCS 2017, because that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.